You're joining me in the south of France. I'm just 100 miles north of Toulouse Airport at a very, very special Dream Carp Holidays venue. Welcome to the magnificent Cavagnac Lake.
Double take. £53.7. Oh, what a fish! What a fish!
If you want to fly down here, it's very cheap. There's flights from Bristol down to Toulouse, there's flights from Bristol down to Limoges, and they're very cheap. I looked online and they're not very expensive at all. So it is very easy to get here, and it's well worth the trip. This place is absolutely stunning. They have everything here to hire when you arrive. The only thing that you do need if you want to fly down here is to bring your reels and your tackle box.
The lake itself is situated in the French countryside. There's a chateau not far from the lake, absolutely stunning. It dates right back to the Renaissance period, so it's well worth a look. The fish, there's 1,000 fish in here. It doesn't sound like too much for a 52-acre lake, but when you think half of that stock's over £30, and they go right up to over £70. It's so exciting. The fish stock is strictly managed here. Mark and his team do a great job. There's no nuisance fish. There's no catfish, sturgeon, crayfish. There's no smelly bream. So you can fish, and you can fish maize, you can fish tiny little hook baits, and you don't have to worry. Swims wise, there's 16 on the lake, 13 you can get to by path. There's 3 that you just need to use the boat for. But they're all beautiful swims, they're all big. 12 of them are doubles, and there's 4 singles. It might sound like a lot of anglers, but they limit it to 19 anglers per week. So when you work it out, with it being a 52-acre lake, you pretty much get nearly 2 3/4 of an acre per person. So lots and lots of water to go at. It's not overcrowded. And the way that the lake's laid out, it's very, very beautiful. It's very easy fishing. I am using a bait boat. Normally I don't, but I am using a bait boat this week just because I want to be able to get right on the edge of the lily pads. Now, talking about the lily pads, at the moment it's early spring, so they're not quite up in the water yet. They're only about a foot, maybe 2 foot off the bottom. I've been out in the boat and I could feel them with a prodding stick, but right next to them there's some really hard gravelly areas, and they're big areas. One of the things that I was reading before I came down here, I did do some research as most anglers do, and it was mentioned quite a few times that it's very silty. Now, it is silty, but I've been very surprised the amount of hard spots I've found out there. I've been out in the boat, had a good poke around, I've found where the edges of the lilies are. I can feel them with a prodding stick, and right around the edges of it, it's really, really hard gravel, and it just shows that that's where the fish are feeding. So if you're coming down here, don't be put off by the lilies. That's where you want to be fishing. If you can go out in a boat, have a poke about, I highly recommend it. I would say bait boats aren't a must. The fish do tend to move around quite a bit. It's early spring, like I said, and I'm fishing with a bait boat, but I'm still spreading the bait out, and they're moving around and picking it up. So yeah, I was very surprised. I was pleasantly surprised that it's nowhere near as silty as I was expecting it to be. There's a lot of spots marked with marker poles out in the lake, so you can see where the fish normally get caught from. It's where the owners feed the fish throughout the winter when there's people not here. So very, very productive spots. I've got 2 of my rods out on those, and I did go out and have a poke, and they are very, very hard, very, very cleared out. Depths wise, it can be shallow. The margins are shallow. For example, I was looking at the lay of the land. The far margin from me is quite steep, so the bank drops off really, really steep, which is great, and it's straight down to 6 foot. right up against the margin. This side that I'm on, it's a little bit more slow, a bit of a slower slope. You're shallow, sort of 6 foot, right down to 15 foot, great depths all over. And the depths change, it's kind of not uniformed. I found when I was out in the boat that it is a little bit up and down, which is great. It's where the fish have been feeding. So
the facilities when you get here are absolutely top notch. There's showers, toilet block, tackle to buy if you need anything while you're down here. The food package that they do is absolutely fantastic. You've got 2 choices for breakfast. You can have a continental breakfast or you can have an English fry up. So it gives you an option throughout the week. If you get fed up with bacon and sausages, you get a nice continental breakfast. Dinners, Sunday roast, spit roast on the barbecue. It's absolutely quality food. And it's all delivered to your swim. You don't have to wind in and go over to the lodge for your dinner. It's all delivered to you in the swim.
The way I am at the moment, which I think is kind of the way for a lot of people. I like to come and catch fish. I'm not really that fussed what size they are. It is nice to get a big one, obviously, and I'm hoping this week I can get a big one. But I'm happy just being out. And this place, to sit and relax, it's absolutely stunning. I find it very hard to switch off and relax. And I'm here filming this week, and that makes it even harder really to relax. But there's something special about this place. There really is. If I'm able to come and within 24 hours feel as relaxed and as comfortable as I do, anybody can do it.
Well, that is a brief overview of Cavagnac Lake. I cannot recommend this place enough. It's absolutely fantastic. It's easy to get to. Mark and the team will have all your gear ready when you arrive. They pick you up from the airport. Great food, cracking fishing. So to book this venue and book with confidence, visit dreamcarpholidays.com.